Hi dear parents, welcome back to another math hour. Today I'm going to teach you how to do very simple division problems using a split division technique with no remainders. Let me give you an example. And this technique is especially useful for kids who have trouble doing traditional division. And hopefully what this technique will do is break down each number into its own separate division. And I'll show you how that works. Let's take a look at some problems over here. Let's take a look at something simple. How about, 96 divided by 3. Okay? So I would like to do 96 divided by 3, which is also written as 96 divided by 3. Okay? Or you could also do 96 divided by 3. Same thing. Okay? Anyways, 96 divided by 3, split division. So what do you do is this. You first go inside the division box and you find out, well, how many numbers you got over here. In this case, you got 2 numbers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break these numbers into 2 parts. The 9 will go over here, and the 9 will be separated into its own little division box with 3 as the divisor right in front, okay? And then 6 will be separated into its own little division box, and in front of it will be the number 3 again. Why? Because that's the number you're going to be dividing it by. It's the only number available, so that's the number we're going to use. Now that that's done, we can do our simple division. So as you can start, we always start from the left side and we go to the right side. So starting from the left side, 3 multiplied by some number is equal to 9. Okay? And what is that number? Well, 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. You write the 9 down below and you subtract it. 9 minus 9 becomes 0. And that's first part of your answer. So you take this 3 and you put it right here where the 9 is, on top. That's the first part of your answer. Now, you see that there's 0 remainder. That means there's no number that is homeless, no number that is friendless. So what do? You just hop over to the next division house. 6 divided by 3. So 3 multiplied by some number is equal to 6. And that is 3 times 2. And 3 times 2 is 6. And you subtract these two numbers, you get 0. And since you got 2 over here, which is part of the answer, you plug it here on top of the 6. And there we go. The final answer. 96 divided by 3 is 32. And that's how you do basic split division technique. Let me show you another example, this time with a couple of more numbers. Let's do 3 numbers this time. Let's do something like, I don't know, how about 455 divided by 5, for example. Okay? Now, take a look again. First, you're going to count how many numbers you have inside the division box. You got 1, you got 2, you got 3. 3 different numbers. So what does that mean? I'm going to cut each of these numbers out and I'm going to separate them into their own little division box. So you got 4 divided by whatever number is on the outside, which is 5. You got 5 divided by 5. And you got 5 divided by 5. Okay? That's the whole purpose of split technique. You're splitting up these numbers into their own individual division boxes. And now, starting from the left side, and we're going to go to the right side, we're going to try to solve each little division. So let's see over here. 5 times some number is very close to 4. Well, if you do your 5 times table, you have 5 times 0 is 0, and you have 5 times 1 is 5. Well, 5 times 1 is 5. It's too big. It's bigger than the number 4. I can't use this. It's too big. So the only available number is 5 times 0. So I'm going to change this question mark and I'm going to put 0 in its place. Because 5 times 0 is the only number which is close enough to 4. And now you subtract it. 4 minus 0 is 4. Now before you proceed, remember, whatever answer you have here on top, you put it right here on the first number. 0. Okay? Now, here is where the magic happens. We have the number 4 over here. 4 is homeless. 4 has no friends. No number should be homeless. no number should be friendless. Every number deserves a home. So this 4 right here needs to go into one of these division homes. And the closest division home we can go to is right over here. And the number 4 goes into the division box, stays with Mr. 5, and together they become 45. You see that? Very important to remember. No number should be homeless. No number should be without a friend. Okay? So now that 4 has gone over and is now living together and has now become 45, now you can do 5 times some number equals 45. And that answer is 5 times 9. Because 5 times 9 is 45. And when you minus it, you're going to get 0. Now don't forget, make sure you put this answer right on top of this 5 right here. Okay? Now you check. That's a 0. That means there is no homeless number. There is no number that is without a friend. All numbers are happy and satisfied. So let's just go next to the next division. 5 times some number is equal to 5. And the answer is 5 times 1. Minus it becomes 0. Don't forget this number, it's part of the answer. Put it on top of this 5. And since there's a 0 here, all numbers are in a home. All numbers have a friend. Nobody's unhappy. Everyone is good. And there we go. Final answer. 455 divided by 5 is 91. Don't worry about the 0 here. If there's a 0 in front of it, you can ignore it. You don't need it. So 455 divided by 5 is equal to 91. And this is how you use the split division technique. Thank you.